Hello, beautiful mamas. Today we are talking about just some tips for staying at home. I want you to enjoy being at home, enjoy what you feel like is your calling to be a stay-at-home mom. And so I'm sharing this because I am still a newly stay-at-home mom, full-time stay-at-home mom, and it's still a struggle for me. I'm not pretending that it's perfect. I am not pretending that I enjoy every moment of it. Y'all, I have lots of days that are very hard, that I struggle, and that I just wish that I could work a 9-to-5 job every day. Because that would be, I truly believe that would be easier on me, on my mental health, on everything, because staying home is just hard. And that is why I am dedicated to helping other stay-at-home mamas, or just to helping other moms be in the role of mom and know that it's okay to have struggles, but we're not going to sit in these struggles. We're not going to wallow in these struggles. We're going to move forward. We're going to lean on the strength of the Lord. We're going to support one another and be here for one another. And we're going to talk about some tips that help us survive being a stay-at-home mom, or just a mom in general. And like I've already mentioned, it can be overwhelming. But just like any other job can be overwhelming. So the fact that you might feel overwhelmed, or that it might feel like a lot, or you constantly feel like you're drowning in work, that's okay. It's work. It's a job. So the first thing you need to do is just change your mindset on it. Understand that this is a real job. This is a real role. People who work in the workforce, it's not like they're the real job and then you're just kind of like I don't even know what you would call it, but I think sometimes we don't think that what we're doing is truly a job and that it's truly work. Like, we know it's hard, but we don't give ourselves the reward or the feeling of like, oh yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom, with confidence and gladness with that. Sometimes, especially when I talk with others people, and I myself have done this, but you're like, yeah, I'm just a stay-at-home mom, but I used to be a nurse, but I have my master's in this, but no, stay-at-home moms work hard. And so change your mindset into thinking it's a less than role, or that it's not as important, or it's seen as less than. It is a gigantic role, and it has a huge burden that can come with it, and that is raising your kids, raising them in the Lord, keeping up your home, loving your family, serving your family. Y'all, this job requires so many skills, and so it's okay that it's overwhelming, but what are we going to do with that overwhelming? How are we going to get through it? My next tip is that we are going to schedule our days. Just like if you were in work, because we're recognizing that being at home is a job, you don't just go into the office and be like, wonder what I'm going to do today, and just kind of sit and wait until something happens. No, typically you have a to-do list. You're working on this big project. You have to get this big goal done. And so you're going to do the same at home. This could easily just be a Sunday night, a Friday night, whatever night you want it to be. You could schedule out your entire week, or you could just do it every night before bed. 5 minutes before bed, or right after you put your kids down, for the next 5 minutes, you're going to pull out your planner, you're going to pull out your calendar, and you're going to schedule out your next day or days. And another great tip with that too, for the month, it can be really awesome, or the week, if you want to break it down even smaller, to set goals. Setting goals gives you that feeling of accomplishment. The goal could be something as easy as, this month I'm going to clean the bathroom 4 times. Now that may sound silly, but I do not clean my bathroom 4 times typically. I used to not have to until I moved into a home that just got dustier and dirtier faster. I don't even understand it. But that could be a goal. And then each week you can check off, okay, I cleaned the whole bathroom once this week, awesome. And at the end of the month, you could see, oh, I did it all 4 times this month and I survived it and it was great. And it just gives you that feeling of accomplishment that maybe you would get in a job that you normally don't get being at home. So it doesn't have to be a crazy schedule, but it's so you know what you're going to be doing. And that helps when you get up, you're not overwhelmed with I don't know what to do. I know I need to clean. Everything needs to be cleaned, but you've already broken everything down. doing the bathrooms Monday, doing the kitchen on Tuesday, doing the bedrooms on Wednesday, doing this Thursday, and Friday is a catch-up day. That's a tip and a tip. I like to make one day just a catch-up day, so if I don't finish everything the other days, I'm not stressed because I know I gave myself that time on either Thursday or Friday to go ahead and catch up. I think it can also be very humbling and very motivating as a stay-at-home mom, because we want to be productive, right? Is to think of, would you hire yourself? The first time I ever heard that, and every time I think of it, I'm like, oh, I really, I don't know if I would hire myself. And it just shows me where my weaknesses are and where I could be better. And then write it down. That's always my tips of everything. Like, write down your schedules, your to-dos, where you want to improve, your goals. But think like, okay, would I hire myself as like a nanny? And if the answer is no, well, why is that? And then write down what you can improve on and try to improve on one thing a month. Don't overwhelm yourself and try to improve on everything, because just like God sanctifies us our entire lives, He forms us more into Him over our whole lives. That's motherhood. You're not going to be the perfect mother in the beginning. You're not going to be the perfect mother when you die. But hopefully you are a better mother every single day, and that's because your goal is to improve yourself and how you serve your kids and your family. A great tip is to choose something every day that is just for you. This could be during a child's nap time, this could be in the morning, this could be in the evening once they're down for bed, whatever it may be. Do not make the entire day about only your family and your kids. Now, I say this lightly because in Christ, as Christians, we are to serve. Like, that's all that Jesus did, was like serve, serve, serve. He served those who loved Him. He served those who hated them. And we're called to love our enemies and all that. So I do believe that servanthood should be the forefront of who we are. But also, I don't think we should get so caught up in serving everybody else that we don't do something to help fill us. And I think this is why moms get burnout. A lot of moms have burnout, is because we're going, cleaning, kids, and we forget that we used to do things for ourselves before kids, before we get married. We forgot that we'd go to concerts, that we'd go to, go out to eat, that we'd go bowling just for fun. Like, those are all stuff for you too. And it can be easy to get so caught up in the mom role that you forget you are more than just a mom. Mom is such an awesome role, high calling, blessing from the Lord, but you are not just mom. You are so much more. And so focus on other things too. Something that you could be passionate about or that you would enjoy. It could be learning to pick up an instrument again. It could be, for me, it could be this YouTube or my Instagram, because I get to pour into other people and connect with other people, and something that just gives me purpose outside of my kids. And so I look forward to that. I really struggle with feeling sleepy a lot of the time. And so my temptation is always to get back in bed. And that's not good. Or it's to lay down or to watch TV. And that's just really not great. And so finding something that you're passionate about and that you can pour into is going to help you not feel burnt out as a mom. Okay, the last one that I'm going to speak about today, because I try to make all of my videos short for you and then I start talking and they're forever long. I cut out some of the other tips. The last important one that I want to share with you is that you should not do motherhood alone. I moved to a new city and then I had a kid and then we moved in that city and and then I became a full-time stay-at-home mom, and it just felt very lonely, but I had also gotten used to being by myself more as a stay-at-home mom, part-time in the beginning. And it wasn't until I started getting around people more that I realized how passionate I was about being with other people and how much I loved being around other people. But hear me out. I'm an extrovert. I could be with people every day, all day, and being with ladies who love the Lord, is my jam. But I have also talked to moms who are introverts, who are homebodies, who want to be by themselves, or are content by themselves, and they know that they need to still get out for their mental health. So I really encourage you to get plugged in with as many things as you possibly can. This will depend on each personality, but being around people help keep you accountable, but it also helps keep you sane, and your child gets the opportunity to play with other kids and get loved on by other people. And so for me right now, I'm going to a women's Bible study, which is awesome. That's my first time I'm finally able to do that within the past like 6 months probably. And then I also have another stay-at-home mom friend that I made, and we are meeting once a week. So those are the only like 2 guaranteed things in a week right now, but I have made it my goal and my mission that when I meet other stay-at-home moms, other families, if they're free on the weekend, to invite them in or to offer meeting at a park or going somewhere. And I think if I had something every single day with somebody, that would be okay, because you're really only with them for, let me say, an hour and a half to maybe 3 hours max. So it's only a small part of your day. Your kid gets interaction, you get adult interaction, and then it's not like you're stuck at home all day with just kids. It gives you an outlet. And then some days if you can't, you can go on a walk, get outside, but I have found it extremely helpful for my stay-at-home mom journey to get out of the house. It makes a big difference. Y'all, sometimes I'm like, what do we need? We need 2 items at the grocery store. Let's go get 2 items at the grocery store, because just getting out of the house at least helps, you know, it gets rid of an hour. You get out and it doesn't feel like you're just sitting there at home like, okay, what am I going to do now? What activity are we going to do? Get out of the house, go to a public library. They may have toys there, books, like find stuff that you can do that's even free. And get out, meet people, and invite other people in. We're not meant to do life alone just as people. We're not meant to do life alone as mothers. We're not meant to do life alone as Christians. You should have a community and a church of people around you who can encourage you. You can encourage them. And then you can also go out into the lost world and love on those people as well. We are always improving as moms. It is okay if you're not perfect. I hope some of these tips helped. If you have any other tips, please drop them down below. I would love to hear it. I'm still always searching and trying to learn how I can be better or how I can feel more motivated as a mom. It is hard work. It's a daily sacrifice, but man, oh man, is it worth it.